The Lord be with you.
and with your spirit.
From the Holy Gospel according to Saint Matthew.
Glory to you, O Lord.
At that time, Jesus withdrew to the region of Tyre and Sidon. And behold, a Canaanite woman of that district came and called out, "Have pity on me, Lord, Son of David. My daughter is tormented by a demon." But Jesus did not say a word in answer to her. Jesus' disciples came and asked him, "Send her away, for she keeps calling out after us." He said in reply, "I was sent only to the lost sheep of the house of Israel." But the woman came and did Jesus homage, saying, "Lord, help me." He said in reply, "It is not right to take the food of the children and throw it to the dogs." She said, "Please, Lord, for even dogs eat the scraps that fall from the table of their masters." Then Jesus said to her in reply, "O woman, great is your faith. Let it be done for you as you wish." And the woman's daughter was healed from that hour. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. Please be seated.
Our Commanding General of the Philippine Army, Lieutenant General Roy M. Galido, has used and defined the word army as an acronym of his command philosophy. And one of its elements is the letter A in the word army that, according to him, stands for always pray. That the CGPA recognizes the importance of prayer in the life of every personnel of the Philippine Army and in everything that we do, that he urges us to constantly pray, to pray always. And always pray reminds us that prayer is not just a sporadic activity we engage in when we are in need, but rather a constant and unwavering commitment to seek a deeper relationship or connection with God. Always pray signifies perseverance and persistence. And in today's gospel reading, we encounter a remarkable example of perseverance in prayer, a persistent prayer in the story of the Canaanite woman. You know, the woman in the gospel possessed all the disqualifications from being a bona fide or to become a bona fide beneficiary of Jesus' miracle of healing. First and foremost, she was a woman. And as such, according to the Jewish custom, she was not supposed to talk. She was not supposed to approach a Jewish rabbi like Jesus in public. But most of all, this woman was a Gentile. She was a Canaanite. She was not a Jew. So she did not belong to the Jewish faith. The woman, however, approached Jesus, desperate for her need, as her daughter was severely oppressed by a demon. That despite her outsider status and the cultural or religious barriers that existed, the woman boldly approached Jesus, crying out, "Have mercy on me, Lord, Son of David. My daughter is tormented by a demon." Initially, Jesus seemed to ignore her pleas. When his disciples interceded on behalf of the woman, Jesus even replied, "I was only sent for the lost sheep of the house of Israel." indicating that his mission was primarily directed towards the Jewish people. The woman's faith, however, remained unwavering, and she knelt before Jesus and told him, "Lord, help me." Jesus tested her faith by pointing out to her that she had no right whatsoever to ask favor from him. As Jesus said, it is not right that the food of the children should be given to the dogs. But the humility and the steadfast faith of the woman shown in her response, recognizing his unwavering faith, Jesus could not do otherwise but grant the request, the prayer of the woman. That, brothers and sisters, the story of the Canaanite woman in today's gospel reminds us of the importance, or it is a powerful reminder of the importance of perseverance, of persistence in our life. Despite facing obstacles, cultural and religious barriers, and the apparent rejection, the woman simply refused to give up. That her faith in Jesus was unshakable. She humbly persisted in seeking his favor, and until she was able to get what was expected. Through the Canaanite woman's example, we learn that persistence is not just about asking repeatedly, but it is also about maintaining unwavering faith and trust in God. It involves being steadfast in our prayer and unwavering in our pursuit of God's mercy, God's grace, God's help, and God's intervention in our life. That this story challenges us to reflect on our own persistence in life and in prayer. The Canaanite woman's example encourages us to persevere, to trust in God's goodness, and to believe, to have faith that God hears us and will respond to us in His perfect timing. Persistence in prayer teaches us many valuable lessons. Firstly, it teaches us patience. Often, we expect immediate response to our prayer, but God's timing is not always aligned with ours. And through persistent prayer, we learn to trust in God's divine plan and develop patience as we wait for His response. We understand that sometimes the process of waiting is necessary for our growth and development. We must therefore learn to wait for God's time, because God's time is always the right time. Secondly, persistence in prayer demonstrates our trust and faith in God. It is easy to become discouraged when our prayers seem unanswered. But when we persistently bring our needs, our hopes, and our desires before God, we display a steadfast belief that He is listening and He will provide what is best for us. Our unwavering trust in God, in God's goodness and wisdom, strengthens our faith and deepens our relationship with Him. Moreover, persistence in prayer fosters humility within us. As we repeatedly come before the Lord, acknowledging our dependence on Him, we recognize our limitation and surrender our desire to His will. In persistent prayer, we learn to align our hearts with His purpose and seek His guidance in every aspect of our life. The power of persistence extends beyond our spiritual life. It permeates into every facet of our existence. In our personal and professional endeavor, persistence, perseverance enables us to overcome challenges, break through barriers, and achieve success. It is through persistent effort that we develop resilience, determination, and the drive to press on, even when faced with setbacks and failures. Brothers and sisters, they always pray, captures the understanding that prayer is not just a religious practice, but it is a way of life. It reminds us that our connection with God is essential to navigate the complexities of life and fulfill our purpose. It instills in us the importance of persistence, urging us to never give up on our prayer and on ourselves.